Hello and greetings, colleagues, and welcome to this training. This is a pharmaceutical marketing and sales promotion training program. This is our new training in this 2026 year. So this training will take us for the next 4 weeks. It is an 8 modules training, and it's basically CPD accredited by the Pharmacy and Poisons Board. So basically, this training really helps people in the pharmacy field to build their skills and competency in product marketing, in professional way of pharmaceutical marketing and also sales promotion. So as you know, pharmacy is a science, it's an art, and also there is also a business aspect. So we really expect health professionals to be very professional with regard to product marketing and sales. So that's why we, from the very sides of the consultations we had with people on ground and regulators, that we felt this is a timely training to build skill and also to instill professionalism on people who practice on that. That's why the goal of this training is basically to build competencies in pharmaceutical marketing and also sales promotion. And through this training, we believe to equip our participants, the pharmacy professionals or other health cadres who are really engaged in this task, both in ethical, strategic, and scientific marketing skills. So in module 1 of this training, will really introduce you to the basics of pharmaceutical marketing. What is really the marketing fundamentals? Because be it a product, pharmaceutical, or other products, there is a real context behind the pharmaceutical marketing. So first in this module, we really try to bring the groundwork, to do the groundwork on understanding what is it in marketing, what is it in marketing mix, what is in product life cycle, what do we mean by ethical promotion. That is where will really give us a ground to discuss on module 2, where we'll talk about fundamentals of pharmaceutical sales promotion. Okay, it has its own principles. What do you mean by consumer behavior, product positioning? That will be a very important module as we move in this training. Then we'll bring in the real part about scientific communication and product detailing, because in pharmaceutical marketing, you as a pharmacist, you as a med rep, you as a sales rep for a pharma company, you may need to promote your product to a medical doctor or other pharmacy premises. So you really need to know how to scientifically pack that communication, okay? Presentation skill will also be part of the key part we'll cover. Not only that, when from my experience I can tell that when you have a conversation with consultants, it's very important to have a grounded knowledge on pharmacology and therapeutics, okay? Because what is the pharmacokinetics of this specific product? What makes it different from the other products? So we'll try to really build on what are the key knowledge we need when we position ourselves in this pharmaceutical marketing space, okay, with regard to safety, with regard to pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, distribution, protein binding, half-life. All those will really constitute that important knowledge. It's this knowledge which you will scientifically pack and share to the market. And there's also an important aspect when it comes to pharmaceutical marketing, which is a digital marketing. Okay, now most of these product marketing could be done in social media. That is why again in our module 6 we'll talk about the ethics and regulatory aspect. But before then, we'll talk about what do you mean by digital branding, content marketing, what do you mean by market analytics, okay? What does it mean by social media marketing? So we'll really have that grounded knowledge. And on module 6, we'll see what are the ethical and legal grounds when it comes to pharmaceutical marketing, because we are these are health products and technologies which are treated a bit cautiously, okay? Because you really need to think about patient safety. That is very important to provide a patient-centered communication, okay? That is another thing. And finally, on module 7, the interesting part comes in. What about brand management and business strategy, which blends very well with module 8, which is now on career development, okay? Not only about the product, what about yourself? Your professional branding is very crucial. So we'll talk about professional branding, about entrepreneurship, about leadership skill. We have an amazing speaker also on this module to really build, to help us to move to go this journey of professional branding. So at the end, we believe to develop competencies on communication, skills on knowledge on product detailing, on branding, on digital marketing, on compliance, and also leadership. So I need to congratulate you for joining this one, for trusting us, and I believe at the end of the training we'll come back and we'll evaluate whatever we have done, and we'll check if we have really achieved these competencies. So and basically the target audience I've already explained, pharmacists, farm techs, med reps, even students are so welcome to this training. We have a number of assessments as we usually do in all our trainings. We start with a pre-test, which will be opened today. At the beginning of your training, you will be starting with pre-test. You have a window of up to 1 week to finish that test. These are a few questions drawn from each module, between 5 to 7 questions. That will try to help you to gauge also for us how far you know, and also it will really help us to individualize the training, to know our audience, okay? But also in the middle, we'll have some assignment and quiz, and finally, basically, we'll have a post-test, which now we expect you to pass above 80% for us to confidently say, now you have got it, and to issue your certificates and your CPD tokens. Also here I need to remind that if you are a registered pharmacist or registered pharm tech, please make sure you subscribe to this course on the PPB portal. Already the training is there. That will help us to issue your CPD tokens. For others, at the end of the training, we'll also issue for all certificates of course completion. Now that is very important, and on the learning platform you can see a link to join your WhatsApp group, which we can have peer discussions. We can help each other on this training journey. You can also get on the learning platform the link to the Google Meet, where this training will be conducted on Google Meet every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. And at the end, you'll earn 24 CPD points and also certificates of course completion. That is very good. So the pre-test, as I mentioned, it will be open today from 5 p.m. onward, but you have the whole 1 week to complete that pre-test. It doesn't matter if you fail or if you pass, but what matters is a test will administer at the end of this training. You can see on the learning platform all the modules described, and under each module we'll be uploading the PowerPoint presentation and the video, the recording of each session. Not only that, relevant reading materials, relevant additional videos, additional learning resources will also be uploaded. So in this journey, if you face any challenge, feel free to reach out. We'll be glad to provide you support. And I need to say thank you.